This meeting is to decide the fate of the Empire with the input of several advisors, not just one. If I wanted to take the Ravager and seize control, I could make that attempt, and I might even manage it. But I'd rather not make the same mistakes as in the past. Now, Grand Moff, we have heard from you. We know your position, again and again. One person we have not heard from is you, Advisor Tashu. Would you enlighten us?
Tashu looks up once more as if all this is a distraction.
Oh, yes, of course.
Tashu was a close advisor and a friend, as much as one could be, apparently, to the former Emperor Palpatine. The man who was once senator, and then chancellor, and the man whom rumors said was also a dark Sith Lord. Amid the Empire, the presence of the Sith was less a fact and more a myth. A few spoke of it as being possible, but most believed it to be concoction. Palpatine would not be the first ruler to invent stories of himself as if he were of cosmic import. The history crons say that a regent of the Old Republic, Hylamain Lightbringer, claimed he was born in the dust of the Tymphonik Nebula and could not be killed by mortal weapons. A fact proven untrue when he was indeed killed by a mortal weapon, bludgeoned by a chair, apparently. Palpatine's legend extended, too, to his enforcer, the brutish Darth Vader. Sloane believes their powers to be real, though perhaps not as omnipotent as Palpatine would have preferred everyone believe. It is then no surprise that Tashu cleaves to those ways when he speaks. He says, "You chastise the dark side as if it is an evil path, laughable for its malevolence. But do not confuse it with evil, and do not confuse the light as being the product of benevolence. The Jedi of old were cheats and liars, power-hungry maniacs operating under the guise of a holy monastic order, moral crusaders whose diplomacy was that of the lightsaber. The dark side is honest. The dark side is direct. It is the knife in the front rather than the one stuck in your back. The dark side is self-interested, yes, but it is about extending that interest outward, to yourself, but then beyond yourself. Palpatine cared about the galaxy. He did not wrest control simply to have power for himself. He already had power as Chancellor. He wanted to take power from those who abused it. He wanted to extend control and safety to the people of all worlds. That came with costs. He knew them and lamented them, but paid them just the same, because the dark side understands that everything has a cost, and the cost must always be paid. A moment of silence. Then Pandion snort laughs. Rey thinks, if the Emperor was still around, that single utterance would earn Pandion the loss of his head. That's the cost that would be paid for such treasonous disdain. The Moff holds up a hand and operates it like a babbling puppet.
You say all these words, Advisor Tashu, and yet none of them sound like they have any bearing on...
Another snort laugh.
Anything at all.
Tashu offers a beatific, self-assured smile. What I mean to say is that Palpatine was a smart man. Smarter than the combination of all of us here. We must emulate his path. The Emperor knew the dark side was his savior, and so we too must make the dark side ours.
Shale grumps.
And how do we do that? I don't think any of us are trained in the ways of the Force.
No Sith remain, Tashu says. And the lone Jedi that exists, the son of Anakin Skywalker, possesses an untouchable soul. least for now. We must instead move toward the dark side. Palpatine felt that the universe beyond the edges of our maps was where his power came from. Over the many years, he, with our aid, sent men and women beyond known space. They built labs and communication stations on distant moons, asteroids, out there in the wilds. We must follow them, retreat from the galaxy, go out beyond the veil of stars. We must seek the source of the dark side, like a man looking for a wellspring of water.
Crassus twists up his pudgy, jowly face so much it looks like a wrung rag.
You're saying we leave? We pack up our ships and run away? Like fearful little children afraid of Daddy's belt?
Not fearful,
Tashu says.
hopeful.
And from there, a brand new fusillade of arguments rise up. This time from each corner, all at the same time. A cacophony of the same arguments. Truce, money, surrender, Cold War, hot war. All of it nonsense. None of them agree. Sloane wonders if ever they will. Which means this summit was a foolish endeavor. But we still have to try. The Galactic Empire is a broken mirror. Many reflections of itself, shattered and separate. Sloane tells herself, it's up to me to repair the glass, to fix the reflection. She believes in the Empire, and she believes that she is the one who can and must fix it. An ascendant empire will again rule the galaxy, and her place in it will be cemented. No longer kept to the margins, no longer left off the ledger. Sloane will matter. She stands up.
Please continue. I'll be back.
They don't even notice that she leaves. She's not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.